Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too, and all of it adds up to make a terrific, a crackling atmosphere. The match, I think, will be quite a spectacle. And this must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels.
Mbappe! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
And it's played forward. Tries to dink it in. He's got away. That intervention was very necessary. He could be in here. Timely intervention. Thuram Ulian goes looking.
France have pushed both fullbacks into quite advanced positions here.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what are they attempting to do?
Well, it's a bold attempt, in my opinion, to occupy the opposition in a way they're not expecting.
Madrid yet to have a shot on target. Hernandez. Good challenge, he just stood firm. He's come loose. Thuram Ulian. Well, that had to be more accurate. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Trying to get there. Into the box. That's too far for anyone. Forward it goes. Hernandez. Thuram Ulian. Thauvin gets it out to the wing. This could spell danger. Big chance! This could fall anywhere. Mbappe cuts it out. Oh, shooting chance! Hoists it forward. That's a throw. Out to the left it goes. And here's Thauvin. Oh, and the shot! He's pulled off a fine save.
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
The referee's given a throw. Thauvin. Rudiger does well to read it and intercepts. And here's Q.Tan. Just brushed off the ball there. Q.Tan. Rudiger plays it forward. Mbappe. Vinicius Junior. Thuram Ulien. Mbappe. Hernandez. And we hit half-time, so now the team has broken through. But certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, they look lost for ideas and lacking in talent, which all contributes to a chronic case of impotence.
Given such an open invitation, he was always going to shoot.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball, and it all came good.
France draw first blood here.
Oh, half-time has been a blessing for this team. You know, what a great start to the second half.
Well read, he sorted that out. Thuram Ulien. Vinicius Junior. Madrid still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Defending was strong and firm, and the counter is on. Now it's Q.Tan. Rudiger does well there, alert. Plays a clever pass. He's won a real chance! It's broken loose. Vinicius Junior.
Well, no question as to who's winning the battle in midfield at the moment. Some very impressive pressing in place here.
Gets wrestled off the ball.
Well, I don't think it was the wisest option, Peter, once he got into that position. It's not as if he didn't have people nearby.
Q.Tan has created one goal already. Out to the right. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. Goes for goal! Sticks it away! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. France have a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them. Well, to be honest, I think they're all show and no substance. Where's the final product?
He's left his man. Up to meet it.
Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
He'll be fuming with himself for not converting. He could have killed it off.
Oh, they could break here. Mbappe gets away from it. He's gone for it!
Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences.
And up he gets!
And that would have won it.
Oh, that's a waste. And it's Tovan. That's a brilliant interception. Ceballos. The final 5 minutes. Cut out in the nick of time. Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. They are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation. And this must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special...
And the shot! Goal! France!
With time and space aplenty, he was never going to miss.
Well, he made it obvious as to where the pass should be played, Peter, and it made the finish look that bit easier.
France trail at this early stage. How will they respond? He spotted the run and played him through. Hernandez. So what are they attempting to do?
Well, it's a bold attempt, in my opinion, to occupy the opposition in a way they're not expecting.
Hernandez. France are behind here, despite their domination of possession. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? Shot at goal! He just whacks it away. It's broken loose. Thuram Ulian very firm in standing his ground there. It is a tough, full-contact contest.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away.
Timely intervention. Thuram Ulian. He's in! Has a pop! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low. Great leap! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra-sharp.
Another corner. Any better luck this time round? Certainly tested the keeper.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
He's had that put on a plate. Mbappe has a shot! He has done it! 2 up and threatening to pull clear. That's no fluke, it's what he was there for.
Well, for me, that's just pure predatory brilliance. It's not so much the finish, but the way he read the situation when nobody else was even alert to it. It's fantastic.
France take a 2-goal lead, and things should be comfortable from here on in. Well, that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Hernandez. And he's there to cut it out. Needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that. Mbappe. Mbappe tries a shot! the ball's come loose.
That's just very well played. He can't hurt you with his back to goal, and he didn't go for the back heel.
Mbappe.
Well, I don't think it was the wisest option.
Real chance! He's pulled off a fine save.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Battles to win it back. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Thuram Ulien. Forward it goes. Mbappe. Hoists it forward. No way through there. He's made sure that won't get through. And the whistle goes for half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
And we are already promptly back underway.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Hernandez. Mbappe gets on the end of it. He's had a shot! No mistake! The second half sparked straight into life. He was really quick to react to the initial save.
Off now and allows them a chance to be a bit more patient and trying to level things up.
Goes for goal! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Tried to play it through.
Yeah, I mean, I think he did well to spot the run. He just didn't get enough behind it. It happens.
Mbappe!
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just... Mbappe! And the ball's come out! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
France really putting a few chances together here. Taking one can only add to such good momentum now.
Defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
I think it's great to see that kind of application and desire from a forward who wants to help out his defence. I think, you know, any good team, really, your striker should be the first line of that defence, and he's delivering.
Mbappe. France get it back again. Thuram Ulien. It's a loose ball. Could be thick shapes to shoot! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt. Changes here from both sides, in fact. 2 changes being made right now. Mbappe. Thuram Ulien. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Mbappe. And the shot!
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger.
This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage.
Thuram Ulian gets it back. He's got away. Here it is, has a hit! In it goes!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and energy to best effect. What an introduction.
That's clear cut. It's a free kick. And that should be the keeper's. Now they can break here. Mbappe. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. Goalkeeper's ball. Good challenge, he just stood firm. And that's it. Oh, this hurts. The pain of defeat very evident, and there are hard lessons to be learned from it all when they regroup. Your final thoughts, Jim?
France lost their way after falling behind early. Their concentration was weakened and their character, and that's cause for address.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. There's the whistle. Hernandez. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Forward it goes. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. And it's played forward. Hoists it forward. Mbappe. He's through. And he has been fouled there.
Well, his thinking may have been about making his presence felt, but not the wisest of decisions.
In it comes. Up for the header! And that's caused a worry or two.
Mbappe certainly could have and should have made more of that.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Mbappe. Oh, that is a big chance! That has certainly tested the keeper.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Out to the left it goes.
And a swing, but it wasn't to be.
Yeah, quick thinking and the right choice for me, but that was difficult to get right.
Tries to get it forward quickly.
France have pushed both fullbacks into quite advanced positions here.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what are they attempting to do?
Well, it's a bold attempt, in my opinion, to occupy the opposition in a way they're not expecting.
Thuram Ulian hits it back. Tries the... Header! And another time! Goal! France! Well, he was never going to miss from there.
Well, for me, that's just pure predatory brilliance. It's not so much the finish, but the way he read the situation when nobody else was even alert to it. It's fantastic.
France get themselves into the lead.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
Aimed in towards the centre. Good idea, just poorly executed. This could spell danger. Mbappe. Mbappe. Forward it goes. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Cuts it out. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Great chance here to level it up. Mbappe with a real chance here. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. The ball has crossed the line, and it's a throw. Some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Mbappe battles to win it back. He's tried one. Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, Peter, I would say it was worth a try. France clearly seem to have lost their passing accuracy, something they're obviously going to have to fix.
That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Hoists it forward. Hits one! It's bounced out! Oh, that's a fine save!
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
So it's going to be another corner. In with a header! No attempts, just the wrong outcome.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Out towards the flank. Cut out in the nick of time. Mbappe. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Good ball, it's found its target. The assistant referee rightly gives him offside. And the half-time whistle goes. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, and ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, Peter, there's no doubting that the situation is quite bleak when you're not only losing, but a man down as well. And while the break is most welcome in giving the opportunity for the players to regroup, there's no doubting that the next 45 minutes are going to be extremely difficult.
So we're already into the second period.
France don't need to press the panic button just yet. They may have to tweak their setup first if they don't grab an early goal in this second half. They can't hold back though.
He's got it, and he's got time. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. Chance to shoot.
Yeah, that's top defending.
Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. France still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Mbappe. And once more they can't get through. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. The crowd appreciates good football all round there. And they've been caught out here. Going through. And shoots! Mbappe. Good ball. Mbappe has a pop!
France showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
Hit and hope is just about the sum of it, isn't it, Jim?
Spot on, Peter.
It's got through to him. What a sight of goal here. He's gone for it! He's missed, but not by that far.
Mbappe did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
And it's played forward. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. And back to base. Hernandez plays it forward. Goes for goal! Oh, taken with style! France are back on level terms.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Two changes being made right now. France had the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, extra time looms now, but that leveller creates great impetus and they've got to fancy their chances of pinching victory from what looked like the jaws of defeat.
France merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Thuram Ulian goes steaming forward. Has he picked him out? Striding forward, facing goal.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
France have it back and they can go again. And the shot! And yet another chance goes to waste.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
Tries to get it forward quickly. And here's Thauvin. He's made sure that that won't get through. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Good challenge, he just stood firm. 90 minutes up and we will be back for extra time.
Yeah, this has been a hard-fought game, Peter. There's been a healthy dose of drive and ambition, and sometimes that isn't rewarded with goals, just like this one. I've seen a lot worse, though.
So a short respite for the players as they prepare themselves for another 30 minutes. And the action has already restarted. France did fantastically well to force extra time, having been on the brink of defeat in normal time. In fact, you could say they're the better off of the two teams, at least psychologically. And here's Thauvin. And it's Thauvin. He's had a go! Oh, should have put that away.
Thauvin has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
He's through the middle. Oh, shooting chance! Mbappe is magnificent! Late in the day, this could well be it!
France are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. So we have a double substitution going. Tries a shot! It's in! That is a major moment! Well, you've got to say, the odds on him missing from there were very slim.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball and it all came good.
This is quite a battle.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Thuram Ulian. He's got away. He's got shapes to shoot. Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it. Half-time, extra time.
Well, it may well be a case of who's got most to give now. Fitness levels look good, and it's not any less competitive.
Hostilities have already resumed. This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it, and now for the final act. Mbappe, Conte. Mbappe!
No, he couldn't find the finish.
Thauvin making use of the space out wide.
That was always going to be the keeper's.
Ball through needs to be good here. Just the goalkeepers and the...
Oh, taken with style!
France are making a change now.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
Gets the better of his man. Got a sight of goal here. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. And a shot!
Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Just brushed off the ball there.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Oh, that's a fine challenge. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Kante is there to heave it away. There's the whistle, and it is going to penalties.
Well, winning it would have been too much to ask given their situation, and they've done remarkably well to get this far, you know.
So it comes down to this, a final rallying cry, and then kicks from the spot. It is so important to score the first one. And he's found the net.
Oh, that was a great strike. He just gave the keeper absolutely no chance.
And so the captain steps up. Oh, he's missed it, he's hit the post!
Oh, I feel for him. It looked like placement precision.
This to put them 2 up. Oh, he cannot score! So, the second man in line. That's a good penalty.
He just did what he was asked.
Up steps Mr. Dependable.
Well, he strolled up and struck that with great confidence. That's a superb spot kick.
The third man in the queue. No, he's fluffed it. This to double their advantage. And that doubles their lead. Calmly, he puts the ball down on the spot. France must score here to stay in it. And that has lifted the roof. France taken all the way. They found the way from the spot and they have won it. A win in the most thrilling fashion.
Well, it's been such a long match, and the penalty shootout is always a difficult way to end the game, but I thought they did really well to hold their nerve and come through.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.